Welcome back to episode 3 of my trip around the state of Montana, filming at 11 different farms throughout the state. Once again, my name is Scott Smoker, and I'm the owner of Smoke Signal Studio, a one-man band offering video production services. In this episode, I'm deep in the mountains of western Montana, so come along as I take you behind the scenes of what this project looks like. So now I'm making my way north to Big Fork, and then I'll be on my way to Libby the following day. So here we are at a cherry orchard just outside of Big Fork, Montana. It's just right east of Flathead Lake. And if you're driving along, I think it's Highway 93 along Flathead Lake, there's just cherry orchard after cherry orchard after cherry orchard. The Flathead Valley is just known for their cherries. And so that's where we are here, doing a highlight video for a business that grows cherries. And here I am flying the drone. It looks crazy. It almost looks like a green screen. It looks fake. I don't know why. It looks like a CGI or something. But yeah, we went around on their property. They showed us around. We got footage of, what their cherries look like, how they run their operation. One of the interesting things is, last year, the winter was really harsh in this area. It was so bad to where the cherries this year aren't producing, the trees aren't producing any cherries. So it's kind of an off year. They said the last time that this happened was, I think 1989 or 1990. So I wasn't able to get too much B-roll of cherries because most of the trees weren't producing any fruit. There was I think maybe 2 trees on the property that produced even a few cherries. So the B-roll for that was a little limited. I did what I could, and I guess you'll be able to see it once I finish the video. I haven't got to editing this video yet, and I'm kind of saving it for last because I know there wasn't much B-roll to go off of, so I'm gonna have to rely heavily on maybe pictures they sent me from previous years and stuff like that.
Yep. So if you just start, so the children of Montana, or just that thought, you can just keep going.
I think I covered it.
And what you're seeing here is just some behind the scenes of what the sit down interview looked like. I didn't get too much behind the scenes stuff of me out in the field, capturing B-roll and whatnot. So I think I'll just throw in some of the drone shots that I got just to show you how beautiful this area is. That's Flathead Lake there to the left, and then those are all of the cherry orchards that just line the lake there. And so once I finished up here in Big Fork, I had to make my way up to Libby, Montana, which is, I think it's probably about like a 3 hour drive maybe. Libby is in the extreme northwest corner of Montana. It's pretty isolated. First time I had ever been there. I've lived in Montana my entire life. It's the first time I've ever been to Libby. When's the last time you had an actual key to your hotel? And so this is a shot of the property here in Libby, the farm that we were shooting at this day. But I'm gonna throw in some drone shots of just the surrounding area and how beautiful it is here. At this point in the project, this was the 6th business that we went to. So by that point, we had already kind of gotten into a rhythm and had a process for what was working for us for each farm. And so first thing I would do is I would get some establishing drone shots, introduce myself to the people that we're going to be filming. And then after that, we would have them give us a tour of their farm. I would mic them up and, they would go around and they could talk about different aspects of their operation. And that kind of gave them a practice for when we did the sit down interview. We were on site for probably about 3.5 hours, 4 hours each time. And, that's enough to get us about a 4 or 5 minute video. Like I mentioned earlier, in another video, I'm gonna have to rely heavily on photos and videos that they send us. So this was the last one of the first leg of the trip. And then I took a week break, and then I had another week where I filmed at 5 other farms. Those videos will be coming up. I think in between those ones, I have another project that I worked on in that week off in between. I think that'll be the next video, so be on the lookout for that one. So I guess to wrap up this portion of the trip, of the project, overall, I think the project went really smoothly. I think all of the stress that I had in the weeks leading up to the project paid off. There were, I didn't have too many, things that went wrong. There weren't really any hiccups. The gal that I'm working with, we both mentioned after the last shoot today that, the whole thing went pretty smooth. There were no major problems or anything. There are a couple things that I'd like to, maybe fix for the next time. I want to get another lavalier mic, because I guess I didn't really expect to have to mic up 2 people, although I should have seen that coming, but I'll get that fixed for next time. I brought enough batteries. The batteries were charged. I had enough time in the afternoons and evenings to get, the footage transferred onto the hard drives, get the batteries charged, things like that. There were no problems in that regard, which I'm thankful for. I'm looking forward to the next leg of the trip. I hope you enjoyed, maybe this behind the scenes look. If you watched it, made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. And with that said, I'll see you on the next trip. Peace.